part of our disability hate crime campaign, we interviewed victim support from Wiltshire Police.
Hi, I'm Julie Boyle, Operations Manager for Victim Support Wiltshire and Swindon.
Hi, my name's Andrew McLaughlin and I work for Wiltshire Police. So in Wiltshire Police we do have a team which is headed up by a superintendent that deals with hate crime, and within that team we've got inspectors, sergeants and PCSOs, and also Horizon, which is a victim contact service. With Wiltshire Police we do get some reports of hate crime for disability, but it's known throughout the country, not just Wiltshire, that it is massively underreported to us.
During the last year, our data reflected 17% of people reporting a crime disclosed that they had a disability of some type. 17% is not a huge proportion, and I suspect it's underreported.
When we receive a report, which can come through several channels, but let's assume that someone's phoned it into us on 101 or 999, we will create a log on our system for that.
Yeah.
And the operator will dispatch a police officer to the scene to deal with it, to remove the initial threat, depending on what they find there. We also, as a policy, make the duty inspector aware of a hate crime that's just come in, so they're aware, and they will oversee to make sure that the initial incident is dealt with properly. Horizon, who I mentioned earlier, which is the victim contact department within Wiltshire Police, they will contact the victim and they will ask them a series of questions, and one of the questions is, would they like to see a hate crime advisor? If the victim says yes, they would, then a hate crime advisor is dispatched later on, maybe a few days later, to go and chat with the victim and find out what's been going on and get a little bit more information. We do take hate crime very seriously, and when you report it you will get a crime number, you will get an officer out, like we said, and also there will be an officer who will oversee the overall investigation, and they will also make sure that the victim receives regular updates.
You can refer to us directly without having reported the crime to the police, and we'll support you with the crime that you've been victim of, and if you want to make a report to the police we can support you to do that. And our other route through is from an agency referral, so it might be through the police or it could be any other agency that can support that individual to make the referral through to us.
Yeah.
We offer predominantly practical and emotional support, so when somebody's been a victim of crime, often what can happen is they want some things that are going to make them feel more secure and safer, so we've got a range of security items that we can provide people, and one of the biggest areas that we work on with people is the emotional support from the impact of the crimes. We've got an online peer support session for people who would benefit from having support from people who've got a similar or a shared experience, because we know that that can be really useful for some people to have. So any cases that are linked to a person being vulnerable when it's reported to the police, they're pulled through the system and picked up by Horizon, who work within the police, and they'll make contact with all vulnerable victims of crime, and look at what support services would be appropriate for them. So on those occasions, those referrals would then come through to victim support if relevant. And then throughout the period of support, we'll liaise back with Horizon for updates on the case.
It is something that we're very keen on doing, because I've said already that all police forces are concerned that it is massively underreported, and we want victims of disability hate crime to report it to us. Every year we have National Hate Crime Awareness Week in October, and we go out and we meet people, and we have stands in town centres, and we talk to people just to raise awareness of what hate crime is and how to report it.
You know, for me, it's about trying to create an environment where people are comfortable to come forward and report a hate crime. I think much as it would be amazing that hate crimes didn't happen, I think the likelihood is that there will still be hate crimes taking place in 10 years' time. And for us, it's about, do people know where we are, how to access our support, and do they know that they'll get a good quality of service when they come forward?
So, with the work we're doing at the moment, and have been doing for some years, we would like to see an increased reporting. We would like to think that our police officers will be more aware, and we're doing work along that. So we hope in a few years' time, or 10 years' time, and there will be a much better understanding of the experiences that people with disabilities have, and that they report them, and we can deal with it more effectively.